No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
Okay, people, so I'm going to throw a couple of disclaimers before we jump into this one. For starters, if you do not want to be spoiled to the ending of the Attack on Titan manga, yeah, you might not want to get into this one because I'm going to be talking about the ending of Attack on Titan's manga on top of the supposed 8 extra pages, the extra pages that is going to seemingly ratify the ending of Attack on Titan. On top of that, the next disclaimer that I'm going to add is I'm not 100% sure with this information. Everything that is around it is telling me that this is legit. A lot of people are spamming it everywhere. People are going crazy on Twitter. I want to say it might even be trending at this particular point, but I'm still not 100% sure on the accuracy and the validity of it, so there's a disclaimer as well. The reason I'm talking about this is because with everything pointing to it being legit, like we just got that information, the info from Hajime Isayama talking about apologizing about the ending, it kind of makes sense that this would be legit, and again, just everybody's going nuts over it, and I'm going nuts over it. So now that we got the disclaimers out the way, we got seemingly, if these are legit, if this is accurate, the updated info, the changed ending, the addendum, the updated, extended, whatever you want to call it for the Attack on Titan manga. And if this is legit, I'll just be straight up and honest with you. My opinion, this makes the Attack on Titan ending that a lot of people don't like even worse. Like, the ending of Attack on Titan is worse than you thought. Because it's bad enough already that the ending of Attack on Titan, a lot of people have problems with. They said that the ending wasn't that great. They said that the ending was horrible. A lot of people even claim that they feel the ending of Attack on Titan ruined the series for them. I wouldn't go that far to say it ruined the series because I never like to say that the ending is end-all be-all. If the ending is bad, that makes the entire series horrible. Like, I wouldn't go that far. But the ending for me personally was definitely disappointing in several regards. And this right here, this information that I thought, you know, if Hajime Isayama was going to do an updated ending, he was going to extend it, he was going to add more information, he was going to do something, I thought that it would be for the benefit of the franchise, for the benefit of the series, and for the benefit of the finale, but this ain't it, fam. This ain't it, chief. Let's take a look at these because, yeah, the Chinese blogger posted about this, but they're unsure if these are real as well. First of all, Mikasa brings her husband and kids to visit Eren's grave. That one, you could be subjective about it. Like, on one hand, it's like, hey, Mikasa's liberated, and at this point, if this is legit, she's moved past the whole Eren, I'm obsessed with Eren thing. She actually ended up having a happy ending. It also goes in line with the whole thing of her trying to break the cycle that the founding Titan Ymir was stuck in, so that would actually benefit that. On the other hand, it's like, yo, fam, you bringing your husband and children to the gravesite of your former lover? Like, I don't know how the husband would feel. I mean, imagine somebody telling you, hey, let's go visit some dude that I wanted to get pounded by in the grave. And we didn't even really have an official date, but I really had it. I was down bad for homie. I would be like, fit. And here's the second kicker. Are you ready for this? You're ready for this. And I'm going to continue to stress saying if this is legit. Apparently, the back of the husband looks like John. It looks like Mikasa x John is canon, canonical. It is the ship that won. And I want to barf everywhere. Again, this also is subjective. I would argue maybe a little bit more leaning towards objectivity of the fact that we never seen Mikasa reciprocate any feelings towards him. Also, the fact that he is definitely second string. It's because Mikasa couldn't get with Eren that she ultimately settles for John, if this is the case. But yeah, that's kind of crazy, her coming with, and I guess it would make more sense now that I think about it. It does make a little more sense why she would bring her husband to the graveside of Eren if her husband is John, who also knew Eren. So it's kind of like they're visiting an old friend, but also, damn, man, the L's of Eren. The fact that we know now from the ending of Attack on Titan that he ultimately was, you know, in love with Mikasa. He wanted her real bad. So she ended up getting with his nemesis, John. He's in the grave. She's coming to visit him in his grave with John. And she had kids with John. Wow, Isayama, did you not like Eren towards the end? What happened there? But the third one, the third of these spoilers is objectively no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Horrible, bad, horrendous. I don't like it. I think it's just disrespectful to the story. And yeah, it seems like Isayama was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna apologize, and because y'all harassed me and made me feel bad, you know, I'm gonna shit on this fucking story. Because according to the third one, it says Paradise was destroyed by war. Titan's powers did not disappear. So everything that Eren fought for, loved, worshipped, appreciated, thought was for nothing. That's right, folks. Paradise destroyed. You know, the whole goal of Eren to liberate Paradise, you know, freedom. You know, he started this whole war, did the rumbling, you know, crushed 80% of the world, you know, for nothing. Hey, for nothing. And, you know, the powers, the Titan powers, that was one of the main things that he was trying to get rid of. At least, like, yeah, you know, Eldians, now that they won't be persecuted and shit like that. No, there's still Titan powers out there, you know. I mean, granted, I'm sure Kodansha is like, because that means now we could have a spin-off sequel. It could take place in the future after all is said and done. There could be Titans, which I ain't even gonna lie, because the Titan world is so fascinating, it would probably be more interesting of a sequel than a lot of other series, because it's like, oh shit, so what now? Like, the Eldians are oppressed still, and where are they now that Paradise has been destroyed? What are the, you know, people gonna do? So there's a lot of things that a sequel series could do, but are we gonna be really invested in the sequel series considering what was done and the abomination, assuming that this is all legit, of an ending the original series had, with Eren basically getting like the finger? They basically shoved a giant colossal Titan up Eren's ass. Like, you know, going down the list, Mikasa bringing her husband and kids to visit Eren's grave. The back of the husband looks like John. Those two things you could say subjectively whether you feel one way or another, because it's not really core central. You could argue that there's a benefit to the Mikasa thing, but ultimately John ex Mikasa is like, ugh. And ultimately it's again a finger to Eren and his death, but it makes sense why her husband would come if it's John. Like, yo, that was my friend from back in the day. The other one, Paradise destroyed by war, that is just garbage. That's terrible. It seems like Isayama was like, y'all had a problem with me before. Imagine how they gonna feel about me now. And then Titan powers not disappearing is like, what was the point of Attack on Titan? What did we accomplish? It almost seems like it's actually, you know, it started off as humanity's fight for freedom and ended as a woman's liberation from love. Like, that's basically what the theme ended up being, about Mikasa liberating herself from being in love. Like, that's legit. Like, Attack on Titan ended as a relationship triangle romance. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Once and final time that I'm going to say this. Assuming that this is all legit, that the internet is not yanking my chain, that this is actually 100% confirmed, which people are even saying it's confirmed, so there's that. The Attack on Titan ending is worse than we thought. It is. It is. It is. And Hajime Isayama, Godspeed, fam. Godspeed. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. I'm an Attack on Titan fan. I still enjoyed the series for the ride because it's ultimately about the journey, not the destination. Gotta remember that. But this ending... Ooh, I made a poll last night about like, yo, of all the series that people constantly say the endings are horrible, like Demon Slayer, The Promised Neverland, and Attack on Titan, which one had the worst ending if you would have to say? And, you know, I think The Promised Neverland had the worst ending according to that poll. I wonder how that poll post this, once this information gets out to everybody, how people are going to react. Because remember, this ending is going to be the ending that when you go to buy your Attack on Titan volumes, this is going to be the ending in that volume, not the condensed version that, you know, because of constraints of magazine pages and things like that had to be cut. This is what you will get. I am appalled, mate. I'm curious what you guys think about this. How do you feel about seemingly Mikasa ex John going to visit Eren's grave, Paradise being destroyed by war, and the Titan power still being around? Do you think that this is going to be a big setup for a future spin-off sequel? That's why they did it. I mean, this is the biggest series that this magazine has had in its entire run. This is one of the biggest series Kodansha has ever had, for that matter. I could see that it's almost like if anybody is a fan of Dexter, the not Dexter's Laboratory, Dexter, the serial killer show that was on Showtime, people had a problem with the ending, and a lot of people speculated it was because they wanted to continue Dexter at another time, which coincidentally, Dexter is coming back, but that's a side note. Maybe Attack on Titan's ending was shitted on because they wanted to continue it, and if they would have ended it maybe the way Isayama wanted to end it, there would be no story really to be told in a sequel spinoff, but that remains to be seen. And ultimately, yeah, if this is all legit, this shit is bad. Bad, bad. Bad. That's all I have for this one, though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga. For life. Bye. Have an awesome day. Peace in. And, yeah, Isayama. I hope this isn't true.
So just go to